idea to film a book of the month backlog video, and then I decided it would be a never ending video because I read one book for like every 4 or 5 that I get. But then Brittany from Brittany Loves Readings mentioned the idea to me that, like, why wouldn't I do it as a series? And that thought never crossed my mind, but that logically makes the most sense to do it that way. So I'm gonna go through all the books that I own. I think it's like 17 or 18 that I haven't read from Book of the Month. And we're gonna go through them and see which ones I have to read yet. I have mystery. So I have Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manzala, The Neighbor's Secret by Allison Heller, Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett, and Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn. Largest category of Book of the Month genre, which is thriller. And I have The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. Again, don't know how to say his name. 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I'll turn my page here, it's too long. The Family Game by Catherine Stedman. The Last Party by Claire McIntosh, and All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. These books, I'm combining all of the genres because there's only like 1 or 2 in each genre, but I have romance here next, and I have The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Then we have fantasy. I only have 1 on my TBR right now, and it is Keeper of the Night by Kylie Lee Baker. Next is historical with The Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. And lastly, we have literary with Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zunin. I don't know how to say her last name, but it was one of the book of the year picks for this year. For book 1 in my series, I'm starting with, let me read my book of the month backlog. That's up to like 17, 18 books. It's actually, I think it's at 18, but now it's down to 17. So the one I read is Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. This was a thriller. It is the best thriller I've read this in like months. I'm not gonna say this year, but it's one of the best one I've read in months. Probably the best one I've read from Book of the Month, though. I really did like this book. The biggest issue I had with this book is that there are like these... Oh, I just saw one. Oh, I passed it again. Okay. So there are these like Instagram live excerpts in here. I don't think they add anything to the story. I think they're pointless. Like, there's no need to put these in there. That's my only criticism. Like, I don't know why they're there. They didn't add anything to the story. I guess it makes you like Desiree more. Like, she's a person, but like, I already knew that. So like, I don't need these weird Instagram live things. Then again, I don't understand Instagram in and of itself. And I don't understand most social medias in and of themselves. So I don't do them. Like, I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. Especially I don't do Twitter now. I used to in high school. And I don't know, I just don't understand it at this point. So I don't do them. But I really, really did like this one. I don't know why I put it off so long. Probably going to find other books in that stack. I don't know why I put it off so long. But I really did like this. I think my favorite part was that there are like numerous suspects for us to go through. And once Lena would eliminate a suspect for whatever reason, they would come back later and be like, but they're still a suspect. So I did like that aspect of it. Little, let me play detective, because that's me. Let me play detective. I have no business playing detective, but I do like to do it. I finished another book of the month book, which is very surprising because that is 2 in 1 month and both of them in 1 week. That's pretty impressive for me, considering the last one I picked up was Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood, and I read that in like September. And before that, the last one I read was in like April. So we finished Arsenic and Adobo tonight. I'm giving it 4 stars. I did like it. It's a cute, cozy mystery. It's lacking something, and I can't quite put my tongue on what exactly it's missing than other cozy mysteries that I've read recently, like Finley Donovan and Haunting Danielle. But it is still good. I will continue this series because I am curious to read the rest of it. But I also really love this dog that's in it because I love animals, and I'm glad there was a role for the dog in the book and nothing happened to the animals, because that's a no-go for me. But I do like this also with like cooking. I haven't read one where I don't read a lot of books where there's like a cook or a chef or whatever. So this was nice. And also I do like that the characters weren't just all white, like pasty white like I am. So that was nice. I am trying to branch out more, and so that is just like, I don't pay attention to authors' names very often, and I don't know what any of the authors look like unless you're like Rick Riordan. That's the only one I can tell you, oh yeah, that's him. Otherwise, any other author, I could not tell you what they look like, what color their hair, or anything. I could not tell you. I can hardly tell you if they're male or female half the time, because I just don't look at the author names of books I read. But that was a really good book. I don't know which one I want to pick up next. It might be another mystery thriller one, just because I have a ton of those on my TBR. It might be A Flicker in the Dark or Killers of a Certain Age or Magnolia Palace. I think those are 3 of them that I have out yet in my like bucket that I want to read pretty soon here. I'm not sure which one. I'll probably include 1, maybe 2 more books in this vlog. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't decided. But we will see what I read next. I'm going to try to read 1 book and then I'll go back to that one. Back to my book of the month books, because I really do want to complete the book of the month challenge here in 2022. And I am horrible. I did finish the Page Pusher one for a long book, and I think it had to be like over 400 pages, I think. And then I did debut Darling, and for that one I read Arsenic and Adobo, Adrian, and Love Hypothesis. And then I am at 7 out of 12 for Book Boss. So yes, I don't know which one I'm going to read next. I almost feel like A Flicker in the Dark, because I've heard that's one really, really good, and I think it's book of the year. So I'll probably try to grab that one here next, maybe. But we will see. We will see. I'm in the mood for a really, really good thriller. Since I filmed anything for this vlog, and this is going to go to prove to you guys just how long I go between reading my book of the month picks, and that is why there are so many of them. I did not read as many as I wanted to in 2022, but I did finish one more before 2022 ended, and I didn't film anything last night because I finished it, and then I had 2 more books to finish because I like to start the new year fresh with no books. And I finished Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. This one is a historical fiction mystery type book, and what's different is that like a lot of historical fictions that I read, you jump back and forth. It's either all in the past, like one time period in the past, like it's happening in 1919 and that's all that's happening, or it does the thing where we're back in like 1919 and then we're in present day, and it jumps back and forth. Well, this one jumps back and forth, but it jumps back and forth between 2 different time periods in history, like 1919 and 1966, which I did like because it was jumping between 2 historical points. I am giving it 5 stars. I really did like it. I did film in my weekly vlog when I was reading this, though, that I had to film a reaction part. One of the main characters absolutely despises Germans, and there's never really a reason for why she hates Germans beyond like World War II was a thing. And I don't know if y'all know this, but my last name is very German. I'll just say what it is. It's Schroeder. My last name is German. It is, the spelling is different because we had to Americanize it, but It's Schroeder. The other side of my family is Snipke, which deviates from Schnittker, which is a German name. And which Snipke was also Americanized. And I like live I technically live in a village, it's not a town. Because it's not big enough to be a town. It's named after a German city, and then there's another one named after a German city, and one of the villages around here that was named after a German city still has German street signs, and it's like when you enter the town, it says Guten Tag. When you leave, it says Auf Wiedersehen. And like my family is like very known for like we're all very very German. Like even like German in the sense that like blonde hair, blue eyes, the perfect Aryan race type thing is that my natural hair color is blonde. My eyes are very light. They're green, but quite a few members of my family are blue. Like my family's very, very German. Like we've only been here a few generations. Not even that long. Like a lot of people around here have been here a lot longer. We've only been here for a few generations. But she really hates Germans for no other reason than World War II happened. And I was laughing because she won't let anyone with a German last name near her. She like doesn't want them near her and like breathing the same air as her. And I'm just like I don't know. Like I'm giving it 5 stars, but it makes me sometimes question like, does the author not like Germans? Like there's no reason besides World War II that this lady hates Germans. I guess in World War One, I guess a little bit of World War One too, but like there's no other reasons, but I did like the book yet. So I would downgrade my rating though if I knew that was if there was like a legit like the author legit hated Germans, I would bring it down, but I think it was just like a historically at the time in the US after World War One and World War Two, people really, really did hate Germans, which is ironically when my family did come here. So that's that. But I did enjoy myself. I do not know which book of the month I will be picking up next yet, but there will be one more in this vlog, and I'll let y'all know when I pick one. It's been like 2 to 3 months since I last put anything in this vlog. Yes, but we are going to read the last book for this vlog today. I'm reading Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. This was September of 22's Book of the Month pick. Now Brittany and Shell are doing an 8-hour readathon, so the goal is for me to read the entire book today. I'm going to try to put some thoughts here, but most of my comprehensive thoughts on this book are going to be in a vlog that will go up about the 8-hour readathon, because I'll probably try to update every hour on how I'm feeling. Now I did just sit down to open the book, and I will say this. I really like this author's notes, and I'll read it because I don't think it's very spoilery, because literally we're like on page 1. Some of the dates are misleading, some of the names are lies. I'm not trying to protect the innocent, I'm trying to protect the guilty. You'll understand soon enough. So I'm here for this because that's intriguing. So we'll see what happens here. We finished Killers of a Certain Age. I'm going to give it 3 stars. And as I said earlier, I'm not going to go into too much detail into my whole rating process because there was a vlog posted last week about this entire thing. Like I knew it was going to be posted before this vlog went out. So that one has like 7 minutes of my thoughts on Killers of a Certain Age. To make it simple, 3 stars. I didn't think it had good character development. It was too fast-paced. That being said, because it's 3 stars, and I'm listing it on my Pango. Because we ain't keeping books that I'm not reading 4 or 5 stars. There's no point to me. Unless it's part of a series. And then I'll keep it because then I need the whole series. Like, we have a partial series on the shelf. But that is all I have for this vlog. Hopefully it will not take me 4 to 5 months to put out another vlog. Because I have so many Book of the Month books to read. And I'll have to update y'all with what I have acquired since the start of this video. In the next one. Because I'm too lazy to go figure out what books right now that I have. It's at least 4 or 5 since then. Actually, it might be 6 because you know, you get that extra book at the end of the year if you're a BFF or whatever they call that, the little membership thing for 12 months. But we'll see y'all in the next one.